Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. France Press Edition here.
Right here. Right here.
We're live with Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Brown-haired
Have you
Tony
played
Hawk.
me?
No,
Have you played me lately?
AKA Bucky Lasek.
I have. I played you recently.
So what was Bucky's rating there on Tony Hawk?
Where'd that voice come
Pro
from?
skateboarder.
Over there.
Oh,
Over there.
that's
It's our
me.
producer.
That's me.
Yeah.
They recently re-released 1 and 2. For
Did they
PS5.
really?
Yeah,
what
they
was
did.
his rating on there? What
do
was
you mean?
Bucky's
a
rating on there?
Is there a rating?
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, you get stats for your ability to ollie.
Is that a 4.4?
What did he get?
6.9.
Hold on, we're gonna bring
I'll
those.
take it. That's
I don't know what the scale is though. What's the
What do
rating?
you, what do
1
you
out of
think you're
5.
worth? What do you think you're worth?
I think I was pretty well rounded.
were
You
the
think
well-rounded-
so?
I think that's why. Yeah.
Okay.
I did pretty
No,
good.
if you got a lot more points earlier in the game for big air grab tricks, and you had more big air grab stats than everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking back at it,
Yeah.
would you say that you had the most big air grab stats?
I don't know. I didn't really. Sadly, I didn't really play the game that much. I just worked on my character. Is that okay to say?
I think that's all right.
It's fine.
what do
you
you
were
got?
actually out there doing it. What do we got for the stats, Giorgio? We got to know these numbers, brother.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, but look at that photo of him right there. That's
that's nice.
That's burlesque.
That's nice.
Look at that. You need to bring that mullet back. You look
Look
like
at
Randy
you.
Johnson.
Yeah,
but
look
hot.
at you.
We had an 8 out of 10 for big air and hang time.
Okay.
So that was
that's
super
good.
good on that. Then we also had your spin. Your spin was super high. Another 8 out of 10.
Look at that.
It's funny because I'm not a spinner. I'm not a big spinner. I'm a flipper.
They did you dirty on the manual balance. They give you a 5 out
Yeah,
of
but
10.
Yeah,
you
that's-
don't manual on a fucking
boy,
vert
Bucky.
ramp, Giorgio.
You know, but he said he was a rounded skater. You know, if you're trying to hit that the school.
Oh, there it
level,
is.
you
There
know,
it is.
Oh.
Oh, look at those stats. 5 out of 10. How do you feel about that, Bucky? That's pretty poor.
It
I feel
is.
like
You
I
know
could
what?
do that.
They don't give me any love on the street side. I don't know.
Did
Yeah,
they
but
ever
we're gonna
see you?
change
Did
that
they catch
next
you in the
year.
streets?
Yeah, I'm gonna go train with Cody.
Yeah, we're going to get in Cody McIntyre.
Okay.
And the three of us are going real street skating training.
Is this going to be for the video?
Yeah.
All right, let's do a live shot-for-shot remake of Gleaming the Cube.
I'm down with that. Are you down with
It's a
it?
great movie.
I don't know if I know the whole thing. Like I don't know if. I
No,
know
we
the
can
whole
watch
movie.
it.
Yeah, we can watch it
We don't
together
have to
and
do
get
it
you
for
back
memory.
into it.
By the way,
yeah.
you guys are coming really aggressive at a man who
I'll drive the truck.
showed up late and a little hungover.
Too bad, dude. We're all hungover today.
Him?
We're all
Yeah.
drinking and hungover today.
Yeah. It's France Press. This is part of the show.
Yeah, dude. Bucky came in hurling N-words out there, and I was like, whoa, whoa, dude. Whoa. We have an over-under of 24 on this show, and I was like, get it all out now, and then you can say the other,
That's
the other
to-
24.
that-
Whatever you want.
That word is no skateboarding because you have those signs right out the front there.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
We got
He is-
playback. We can play it back.
He's,
Yeah,
not,
yeah, we
he's
can.
not allowed to say that.
We can. And then
Wait, do we have no skateboarding signs out here?
Yeah, there's like 4 of them. That's why I don't bring my board anymore. What?
that's a lie.
What are we?
That's a lie.
we
This
the-
was a Pentecostal church before we bought it.
Yeah, it's got rough cement though. You know, it's not ideal for
it's
some
not.
for some 101A wheels.
They did that on purpose, Jared. They didn't want to skate in here.
Our property
know.
is like the fucking little town from Footloose, except for no dancing. Here is no skateboarding.
Yeah, we can't skateboard, but then we're gonna have a fight, settle it. A preacher's gonna come.
Well, Kevin Bacon's
We're all
going to show up.
Yeah, we're all gonna
And that's-
skateboard at the dance.
That's always a game changer. when
It
Kevin
is.
Bacon shows up.
Jared, you did bring a brown friend.
That's Kevin.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Kevin. Look at that.
Cool.
From
he,
State
he
Farm.
gave the peace signs. Wait, what? Yeah,
Put
see,
a
double
camera
pieces.
back there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
so
him.
Double pieces. Yeah, there he
in
is.
the back.
Walk up,
Okay,
walk
good.
up, walk up.
Walk
Get in the
over,
camera.
Kevin.
There he
We're
is.
obligated once a month on YouTube to show at least one brown guy to prove.
Kevin,
still
give him,
count.
give
Come on
Giorgio your slogan. Give him your slogan.
Come on in, grab
give
the mic. There you go.
give it to Ross.
There you go. What's your slogan?
Ross, we say no soft snakes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So something's weak.
Something is weak.
You
Is
just go,
soft
"Yes."
snake, is that like a
Something's
reference
weak.
to a soft penis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
soft snakes. Snake
Yeah.
farm. You know.
So Snake Farm is out. Bucky,
Yeah.
are you a part of Snake Farm? Are you riding for the Snake Farm team?
You know, I'm just I'm going to be a designated
Feature
supporter.
lateral. Yeah. Because he's legacy pal.
Guest.
You know.
Yeah.
He can't leave.
He's like a professor
Jesus.
emeritus at this
you
point.
you first started with Pal in what 87?
earlier, I think. Yeah, early 6.
86? Yeah.
Early
See-
6. Yeah,
see,
You don't look old enough to be dropping
He just had
shit
his
from like
50th birthday.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, and he went skating
No way, dude.
with Bam.
Wow.
Let me just break
Yeah.
it down to you. What
Right,
has
sure.
happened in the past 4 weeks?
Okay.
I got COVID,
Great.
right?
That was yesterday.
Got
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Thanks
Got-
for being here.
Got better.
Yeah.
Few days better. Had a 50th birthday party with like Christian Asoy, Mike McGill, all the guys showed up. Day after that, I got food poisoning. A few days after that, I went and karted. Did a 12-hour endurance kart race. Got ran off the road, hit tires, and then got smacked by another dude doing 35. So
In the ribs.
Jesus
in the
Christ.
ribs. And then I'm here trying to drive rally cars, and I had to step out. I couldn't do it. Like I'm
No
done.
shit.
Dude. I can't do it. Like
Oh, so you're not racing tomorrow?
I can't.
That means I have a chance to fucking win.
Well, do you, Jared?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because Micah Diaz is a fucking driving baby ass bitch.
What's the hype on Jared in the race? Is he legit?
Proper. He is proper, legitimately slower than everyone else.
Yeah. And that's what I thought. That's what I thought. We see a lot of cool pictures on Instagram, but it seems more like a model who's probably been shipped over to Saudi Arabia for a prince, where it's like,
Yeah, it's all-
you look like you're having fun out there, but there's nobody in the picture.
It's all green screen.
Yeah, it sure is.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, we
we'll
will
see
see.
tomorrow when we take it to the track, Micah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you make that phone call.
Micah's doing recce right now. What are you doing?
I'm on the show. I have obligations.
Yeah,
I
he's
have
got
obligations.
obligations. And he's so good, he doesn't really need
You
to
know?
be there.
So yeah, what
until he
happens
shows
tomorrow
up.
when I start mopping the floor with Micah and it was like, oh, how was that recce?
Yeah. With those eyes, I mean, look how fast he is.
Happy 50th, Bucky.
Thank you.
I haven't gotten to say that to you. What a crazy life you've
It's been
lived.
miserable so far.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
It has.
You look great, though.
Thank you.
Fuck, for
I know.
50? I hope I look that
I
great
mean,
at 50.
but honestly, I
Did
think
you just zoom in on me?
we all just
no.
All right, good.
we need to acknowledge the fact that yes, your time frame in your life, you were a superstar in the heyday of MTV.
Yep.
Dude, I had a pager.
You had a pager?
Shut
Yeah.
up. How many times you get the 911 text?
Not that many. I got boobs and boobless and all.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
dude. Shit.
What about? I guess you couldn't use equal signs back then, so it was hard to make a dick.
It was. Yeah,
Which
you,
is
you
unfortunate.
yeah, you couldn't make a dick.
Yeah.
No, times have changed.
Yeah.
It
Well,
has.
for the
but
better,
I,
mostly.
I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. When you were doing it, it was magazines. And if you made it, dude, in a magazine,
Yeah.
That was
you
it.
were the most famous
it,
person
yeah.
on earth. So it wasn't like these talentless slap whores that are out there just putting shit up. And you're like, all right, sweet. How many followers do you have?
All I'm
1.6 million. And you don't know any of these fucking people.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I made it from Baltimore, Maryland. And
Yeah.
I became like a skateboarder hanging out with Tony Hawk and Stacy Peralta.
Fucking rad.
Like it's insane.
Yeah, you got signed on
It's insane.
Peralta in 1986.
But you had to
Yeah.
you had to have talent back then, and then that talent had to beat everybody else's to get on these magazines
Yeah.
and do all this shit. Today, it's not like that. Somebody can brand you and
know
turn
what
you
I
into a
heard-
superstar.
What I learned yesterday, there is a realm of YouTube of people that are incredibly popular that just eat things on a microphone.
Yes.
That hurt my soul
Yep.
last night.
Yep.
Like I stared at this when they told me about it and I was like, everything I've written and directed and created is like
Worthless.
gone.
Because somebody's eating a
Because
hot
2 million
pepper.
people
Yeah.
watched a dude eat hot soup
Yep.
in a microphone.
My kids watch it over and over and over.
What's it called? Do you know what it's called?
It's like a guy. It's like
SM something?
No. Well, no, they call it glut something or something. I forget.
Oh, mukbang?
Mukbang.
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
That's where you eat just like a bunch of disgusting things all at
Yep.
once together.
yeah.
But what,
Fuck
isn't
that.
skating still a safe realm? Like you can't get big into skating unless you have the goods. Like people
No,
aren't going to
you
allow
I mean,
that.
no,
could be
now
a
they're
personality.
transitioning and shit.
Yep.
You could be a personality guy.
What do you mean
Yeah.
transition? You mean like
There's a bunch of dudes competing in girl sports.
yeah, they're
now.
cutting their dicks off, dude.
no? You just tuck it back.
Dude, Tony Mag wanted me to join the Olympics as Becky Lasek. Like he was dead serious about it. I was like, dude, there's no way I could do it. Like,
Nah, that's a little.
Do you know the new head of the Olympic team?
Yeah.
Schiff?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to meet him.
yeah, he's rad.
Because he created Element. And like I've followed Element since the day like it came out. And like
Yeah.
he's a good dude.
I looked yesterday because you posted a picture with him.
Yeah.
And I wrote him this long message on Instagram in 2017 that was like, hey, we're getting pretty big now, a lifestyle brand. I've literally followed everything Element does. I really appreciate it. I hope someday to meet you. I'm like, fuck.
But back when you did it, by the way, and became huge and all
I'm
that
still
shit.
doing it, motherfucker.
No.
He's still
I want to
skating.
not that.
He got 4th in X Games this year.
It's not that. I want to start. I want to start from the beginning.
Okay.
I think it was a 5th.
I really want to start from the beginning. But because when you got big back in the day, not only was it based on solely talent and then magazines and all that other stuff, but there was no social media, camera phones, anything else.
No.
On the flip side of that, after these tournaments and all that shit was over, I'm assuming you guys partied harder because you didn't have to worry about somebody fucking jamming a phone in your face.
Yeah, I've never really done drugs. I've always been like, with the beer. I've been a big beer guy. But with that said, I like if you ever hang out and you want to be my friend, bring me some gluten-free beer.
There you go. Boom, we got some for you here today, so you're good to go.
You guys are my friends.
Yeah, we're your friends. We're your friends.
So wait, didn't you get a phone call while you were on a ramp in Baltimore? This was like the first time. It was like somebody
This was how it happened for me was I was at a Pal Peralta demo at the mall. Tony Hawk, Tommy Guerrero, who else was there? Jim Thiebaud, I think.
Lance
Martinez, Jesse Martinez. I don't think Lance was there. There's all those guys were doing a demo, jump ramps and all that stuff. And then I heard that they were going to come skate the local vert ramp. So I showed up late at night. We had lights up. We were all skating. They never showed up. So I was like, oh, damn. So the next day, they actually came and skated. I was there every day. So I didn't know they were going to come. They finally showed up and skated. And they were blown away by some little skinny, scrawny kid that just was wearing a flyaway helmet with big old pads. And
how old are you at this point?
I was sketchy as shit back then.
How old were you at that point?
14.
Yeah, I was probably about 14.
And how old were those guys?
They had to be like, pushing 21.
So are you boozing with them at that point? Like you guys going out hanging afterwards? Like how is that? Because I always wondered that about Peralta and those guys too. Where it was
I don't think Peralta was into that scene, but I definitely know those guys partied. Some more than others. But at that point, it was all about skating for me.
Yeah, were you taking it seriously as a profession versus some of the other guys who were there for the party, maybe get some chicks, some money, and then kind of move on?
Yeah, it was definitely like those guys got chicks all the time. Like I know the stories of like, I don't want to mess them up, but it was like Cab, Hosoi, and Tony. Like they got chicks. Like
skaters were cool then.
They were cool because you were watching the videos. The videos were everywhere.
And
everybody
magazines.
Those VCR tapes, dude, were just passed on over and over and over to the point where the tape would come out of the back, and then you had to rewind it back in by hand.
I think Christian was more into the party scene. Tony and Cab and all those guys, they were more into the chick scene. You know what I mean? Kind of went hand in hand, but not so much.
It didn't hurt that it was the grunge period too, and
the culture shift.
The natural garb of skaters kind of just fit with that.
Dude, Christian was rolling around in spandex and extensions and shit, though. You know what I mean? Like it was different. 80s skateboarding. They had flops. They had blonde flops. Kevin Staub. Like he got some chicks.
Hair metal, yeah.
Yeah, but then you got into the 90s and the East Coast kids took over with the gigantic jeans.
Yeah, big jeans, small wheels, like little teeny wheels.
Yeah.
Tiniest wheels that you could possibly get.
Yep.
And then what year does X Games start? Because that ends up becoming massive.
It's like 98-ish. No.
Yeah, somewhere
98-ish.
I think
I missed the first two, and then 99 and 2000 I finally got to go because I had a bad sponsor. It wouldn't send me anywhere. Stuck on the East Coast, working on a body shop. And then I finally got a good sponsor, got sent somewhere, and started competing again. And that was like 99, I think. I won my first X Games.
Yeah,
in
99 and 2000 you won
2000.
gold.
And where was that? Was that on MTV or was that on ESPN at that point?
ESPN. That's when ESPN was blowing it up. That's when it was coming back. And it's going to be
when
there
it went to
again.
San Francisco, that's when like it became a thing.
Tony did his 9.
At the 2000, right?
That's where it was like video game time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, holy shit. And you were there, right?
Yeah, I was there.
What was
he
it?
wouldn't.
What was it like in person? Because
Okay.
we all watched it.
To
We all
this-
know where we were too when we saw it.
I was with Tony when he was trying the 9 in Mexico for the end, for a video, and he couldn't make it. I actually got the last part of the video because I blew him up.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the
I just
end.
watched the 2 days ago with
in
my
the
dad.
end. So I blew him up, and I got the last part of the video, which was mind-boggling to me because to get the end of a video is gnarly.
Yeah.
You're the last guy on the video, and there was Heath Kashard, there was Jeremy Klein.
Jeremy
They had an
Klein.
insane part with pyro, everything.
Yeah.
And here I am, like blowing up Tony Hawk at the end, like in some Caddyshack figures, making like clay figures and planting them. And he's trying the 9, and he doesn't make it. So it's like me and Mouseberg came up with this idea of like, well, let's just fucking blow him up,
Yeah.
So he can't make it. Like he didn't make it, so we're just gonna blow him up. So we blew up the whole Bull Arena, and then like it's me just like doing a donut and a Viper, and that was, by the way, it was supposed to be a Ferrari. We couldn't get one.
But by the way, that's the biggest skate video in history.
I think
The
it's
end.
one of the
100%.
biggest-
Yeah.
100%. My dad came home with it the day it came out, fucking wrapped in the plastic, VHS, white box.
Yep.
It's wicked, dude. It's
red
such a
cover.
sick one.
I mean, that's the
Barra's
thing.
part.
Like we watched it 2 nights ago.
Dude,
like
Steve Barra's part, head
Yes.
cut off, like that's gnarly shit. Like it's
Yeah.
a rad video.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And then when you go to was it X Games that he did the 900
yeah,
at?
yeah. So then you go there.
So we go back
Yeah.
to
You
that.
go there, but he tries it like 80 fucking times.
So here's the thing with that. I think Tony made the 900 because he didn't win the contest. I won the contest. So he was like, I'm fucking making the 9.
He had to
So
take the
he
show.
had-
Did
so
you
I-
ever ask him?
I don't need to. So the whole, like, he should be writing me that video game check. He should write me that check. Because if it wasn't
Or at
for
least,
me winning,
at least pump your fucking rating numbers up a little bit.
Yeah,
Tony,
had it.
what are you
Had it.
doing?
Switch that
Yeah.
5 out of 10, dude.
Jesus Christ, Tony.
Christ.
Give me some manual points.
But when he landed it, were you happy, sad? Like, how does that work for you? Because you're a
Well,
competitor.
yeah, but it's...
And you had just won, and no offense, but
No, but it was
that's the only
skateboard
thing I remember
history.
about the nights. Yeah. Like,
Did
it
you
was
see
the
the
900.
video? I took out about 10 people sliding down the ramp, and it was just me hugging Tony. Like
Yeah.
everyone was hugging him, but in reality, I gave him the mojo too before he dropped in. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
You saw the aura. Like I was passing the energy. I was like, make the 9. I
got
need the
it.
money from the video game. I need the money. I need the money.
I remember watching it on ESPN, and I thought they were going to either cut out of it because it looked like he was so exhausted towards the end. And I was like, well, if you didn't get it in the first like 10 tries,
No, it was
you're
after
fucked.
time.
Yeah,
It was after time.
Yes, and ESPN kept it. Like
Colin
they kept going.
McKay should have actually won Best Trick.
Oh, because it was after time.
Because
Yeah,
it was after time.
Yeah.
So shout out to Colin McKay, ruler.
That's awesome. And then how long until the video game and all that stuff?
I think it was the next day.
No shit.
No.
Yeah.
That would have been
I think it was
crazy.
2001. The
He
next
had it
year.
all set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how did that change your life? Because even
Became a household name.
I was going to say, even
Yeah.
today, everybody was like, "Oh shit, dude, I fucking played you. I
Dude,
played
after
you. I played
everything
you."
I've done in my life, this is the bummer. This is like the down. This is like, I'm sorry. I feel so sorry for you, Bucky. After everything I've done in my life, people still come up to me. They don't. You won this. You won this. You're still fucking skating at 50. I get, dude, you're my favorite character. I'm Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah.
But why not own it?
Yeah, why not own
No,
it?
I know you gotta own it at
Yeah.
that point. But in reality, there was a time when I got dropped from the game.
Yeah.
After like the 4th one, they were like, "Hey, we were getting paid royalties. We were getting paid really good, and we were supporting the game. We were big supporters of the game." And then they came to us like, "Well, we're not going to pay you royalty anymore. We're going to give you, so and so amount." And I was like, "Fuck you guys," and I was like, "I'm out." And then all these other guys were like, "Oh, I'll do it for that." And it's like, so I got bitter a little bit. And at that point, it was like, "Hey, you're my favorite skater in the game." Like.
Yeah.
I was like,
know how
fuck that
goes.
game,
Yeah.
But you know why
It
they
gets
asked you to
But
take
at
a
this
salary
point-
versus royalties, right?
Oh yeah,
It was
absolutely.
crushing it.
Yeah, we
But
were
still,
crushing it. We
know.
were.
Think of
killing
this
it.
though. How many people get introduced to like Rune Glifberg and they go, "Were you in Tony Hawk?"
Yeah, he was actually one of the guys that took it. He took the money.
Whereas
And I was
like
like,
they
"Dude, what
come
are
up to
doing
you and they
taking
say,
that money?"
"You're my favorite player."
Yeah.
Now, I think I've heard of you.
But if they would have all turned the money down,
Yeah, everybody
we
would've gotten-
We would have got the
yeah.
original money.
Yeah.
But
Was there a conversation at all with Tony privately where you were like, "Hey, dude, Everybody's making a lot of money here. Here's what's happening. Can you
No,
do
it was
anything?
it was all happy sailing for everyone. You know, I was just bitter that it just ended. That I could have accepted whatever they were offering. I was like, it's at this point, it's like I see what's going on. So I'm like,
Yeah.
So I was out.
Are they in the new games? Are you coming back to those?
He's in the
I'm in
remake
the,
of the
I'm
one
in
and
the
two.
You
new
are,
ones.
okay.
Yeah, they brought me back in. I was like, definitely not the same royalties, but it was like at that point, I was like, I dig you guys coming to me. I appreciate you
it's
coming
like-
to me, and it was rad.
That's awesome.
It's the ebb and flow of business, man.
Yeah.
It's how this shit goes. Like
Yeah.
we all know it. We've all been there.
Well, it's all,
Where-
but that's still Hollywood. Like
I
that's
know.
still Hollywood
It's-
agents and
No,
everybody
but-
trying
but
to
I
take
get what he's
the
saying
biggest
when
piece.
when someone brings something up that you're like, yeah, I had a bad falling out with that because it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like that for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
I was like, man, fuck that. Dude.
Yeah. What were we gonna say, Giorgio? Go ahead.
Did you get to pick what you wear in the game, your outfit?
I did, yeah. And at the time, I wish I could take it all back. In this new game, like I'm all like blinged out with like Rockstar and shit. I'm like, man, yeah. I just wish I could have I should have just wore what I wanted to wear.
Man, you know what?
I was trying to
If
support
we
the
would have got you
sponsors.
1 year earlier.
I know.
You
Yeah.
would be in the new release Tony Hawk with PRCC.
I know, dude. That would have
Maybe
been
that could
dope
be
as shit.
downloadable content or something in the future.
Maybe we could ask Tony.
Well, I mean,
Can
look,
they?
there's going to be more, obviously.
They do. I know they do updates and stuff to the game.
Yeah.
So there's probably a way I could update my.
Is it
game.
Activision again?
yeah, I think so.
Because that's who does
Yeah.
that's who did the originals, and they do Call of Duty Warzone and all that shit.
I think so. Yeah.
So they have a store. I mean,
Okay.
there's a built-in store to that. I don't know if they're doing it with the skateboarding thing, but they should.
I think they.
I mean,
do.
Black Rifle would pay money to have that available, and then
Oh yeah.
they
yeah,
would-
it'd be dope as
then
shit.
they would get residuals on people that bought it. Right?
Yeah.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
For both parties.
For sure, because again, it was one of those things. It was just so massive. Every single place you went, everybody was playing it, right?
Yep.
Well, no, it lived longer than I would say. Like if you took Tony Hawk 1 and 2, it had a longer lifespan than any other single sports game there was.
Oh,
like I mean, yes,
easily.
granted, the Madden crowd, but they buy a new Madden every year. But to watch how long Tony Hawk 2 stayed relevant,
Yep.
like I've never seen another sports video game do that.
A sports
No.
video game? No, because they release a new one every year. Yeah.
Yeah, but even with Tony Hawk, so I was shooting a movie with him in Austin, Texas, and my buddies were all. I mean, they used to live and play that game.
Yeah.
and so
It was that and the 1080 snowboarding game, and then GoldenEye. That whole era was
Yeah, that whole era
dominated by
was those three.
games, yeah.
And so I call my roommates and I go, hey, dude, I got Tony Hawk here. Is there anything you want to ask him? You know, they were huge fans before the video game and everything
Yeah.
else. They followed his whole career. The only thing they asked for, they were like, hey, dude, do you have like the cheat code to get the extra characters and shit? Tony grabbed the phone and he goes, oh, yeah, just press, whatever
Yeah.
the
Knew
9-digit
right
thing
away.
was.
Yeah.
Knew right away, and then it unlocked the characters and all that shit. But that's how big it was at the time. They didn't even want to talk to him. They were just like, hey, can you give the code to the fucking game for the new people? Yeah. And I go, when he hung up, I was like, dude, forgive me. I
Yeah.
no idea. And he goes, no, you don't understand.
So-
this happens everywhere I go. Everybody wants these goddamn codes.
So have you seen recently what he's been going through with his leg?
Mm.
So I was there when he broke his leg. We were actually trying 540s on the first wall, and I haven't done a 540 in a little while. So I was like trying them right out of a drop in. Tony was done skating. His son showed up, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll start skating again since his son's here with a couple friends." So he's like, "I'll just skate again with you." So he starts trying 540 on the first wall. First one, not even close. And Tony can do 540s in his sleep. I don't even know why he's trying it like first wall, because he can do it. Second one, he kind of got all weird and tried to put it down and jumped off. Third one, he went for the third one, shouldn't even have stood up on it. Like got his weight on it just enough to jump. When he jumped off, he just straight to flat bottom, and it looked like just like a, oh, is your knee okay? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
kind of jammed his knee into the flat bottom, and homeboy broke his femur.
Yep.
So then he goes and gets it like stinted, like the metal rod in there, and then he starts like skating like a week or two later, like because it's embraced, but yet it still has to heal. So apparently it like healed kind of warped and never really healed. It just kind of like the fracture kind of like sat beside, it kind of sidestepped itself.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to re-break the leg.
So then he had to go back in like months later.
Ugh.
And get it kind of like tapped in and straightened.
They re-break the leg and
Yeah.
then reset it. It sucks.
So HBO was filming a documentary during that time. And,
Yeah, that's right when the documentary.
I just watched
the doc
it.
was
Yeah.
coming out,
Yep.
like until
Good,
the
isn't
wheels
it?
fall off.
Yeah.
And it's about, and the last thing in the video is like Stacy Peralta saying, "Dude, how long are you gonna do this for? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta stop. You're gonna hurt yourself." And then he fucking breaks his leg.
Yep.
And that's when Tony was on the flat bottom and we were all like, holding his leg and making sure he's okay. That's the first thing that came out of his head is, Stacy, everyone's gonna, reflect on what Stacy said. And he was just so worried about it that he fucking started skating right away. And I think that is what like kind of got him back on his board too fast.
Wow.
Man, I remember watching Bob Burnquist doing the big air, and God, I was just like
Dude,
a
that
rag
is the
doll.
scariest fucking thing ever. No, Danny Way or Jake Brown. Like,
Yeah, dude, just rag dolls down the thing, and I was like, I remember thinking, I was watching it with my
Was that
wife.
on the big Red Bull ramp?
No, that was X Games.
It was X Games.
The first one was Danny. I think Danny took a gnarly one, and he's like the inventor of Big Air.
Yeah,
That's like it's like a
Rag-
65-foot ramp or some shit,
And
isn't
then
it?
Oh, it's
Jake
massive.
Brown. And then Jake Brown landed the 7 over the gap, which is like the first time someone did a 7 over the gap in competition. But
And then
then
he
like he
goes
was a
to
little
flat.
off. So he was a little off. And then when he went up to the quarter pipe, which is the scariest part,
Because
Yeah.
it's huge.
it's big. If you pop out too far, you die. If you don't pop out far enough, you die. And he popped out way too far.
And he
Oh
landed
my
flat.
God. It's
He
knocked
80
the shoes off.
It's fucking 83 feet.
shoes
Holy
came off.
shit.
Shoes came off. All of it, and I'm watching with my wife, and she's like, with Bob too in particular, because Bob just kept going up over and over, and it was just like, dude, you're gonna die out here.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, is that Bob Burnquist from the? And I was like, yeah, same guy. It's like, why is he out here doing it? And I've got the same question for you. Like at 50, you're still great. But like, dude, one of these moves could end up like that night, and then it's lights out guerrilla radio
Well,
for
get
you.
this.
So
After Tony broke his leg, I'm scared he went Kevin Staub, like a couple weeks later, or a few weeks later, and Kevin breaks his leg in front of me. So I'm down
God
on the
damn
flat holding another friend's leg, and these guys are my age. you
I know.
So
I know. So you're gonna keep going, and do you
Yeah.
worry about it?
Yeah, I mean, I almost got taken out karting,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was scary.
but I mean, I could have got decapitated, like karting, like
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
driving a go kart.
What a weird headline.
Yeah, Bucky Lasek dies at
The
karting.
guy from Tony Hawk's Pro Skateboarder gets decapitated go
No,
karting.
the reporter, my favorite Tony Hawk character.
Did you guys see the video?
R.I.P.
You got to show Ross this.
Do you have it? Is it one that we can show? Oh shit.
I can upload it to you.
Yeah. Can you airdrop it to Bob? Where are we at here?
Ross's iMac.
Ross's iMac. Look at that. That's powerful. That's a powerful name. Who named it that?
You.
Oh, I did. Good.
All right, here
Good.
we
Good
go.
for me. You know, real proud of myself.
Can we get an
here
applause,
today.
please?
Yeah, thank
Applause,
you very much.
applause, applause.
Hit that applause. Thank you.
So
Oh, I've earned it.
Ross,
coming
Delco
in.
doesn't like this, but we have a second board.
You got a second board now?
Well, for tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
For the Christmas show night.
So let me explain this crash to you.
Sure.
I'm coming up. We're 6 hours into a 12-hour endurance race. So they're slower carts. They're called super sport carts, and then we're in the pro carts. The super sport carts are like the ones you see at K1. They got plastic around the wheel. You can slam into everything.
And this is what we're seeing here?
Yes. So my cart is a pro cart. It's a Rotex. It's a non-shifter, but it's super fast. You build momentum, and it gets it. It's like
Is it a solid axle?
Yeah,
So
solid axle.
Yeah, so you've got the
So here I am in traffic. I have another pro cart in front of me, and I'm following him through
Can you
traffic. Probably
put that
like,
up on program?
Yeah, let's see that thing.
we go.
There
I'm
we go.
following this guy through traffic, probably about around 6 sport carts. So I come up on this guy on the left here, and he comes out on me. See how he comes up to
Oh,
the white
shit.
line? So then I hit the
Oh,
tires,
fuck.
and then this other guy's 20 feet past the braking zone, and he hits me full speed.
Show that one more time. Holy shit.
So
dude.
this guy closes the door on me right here. He comes over on me. So I try to slam the brakes on, and I'm just in too deep.
God damn, dude.
and then the other guy smacks me.
So did you break your ribs on that?
I bruised them badly. I don't think I broke them because I can feel them getting better.
Okay.
But
Why kart at this? Like, why do it now?
This is good training.
it's good training.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Tell the audience why, because
Karting is the cheapest form of racing that you could do and get the most beneficial skill set out of, because it's grip. You're learning racing lines. You're learning, basically you're learning how to be like the best, like that you can be. Like rally's different. Rally's you gotta turn in different. It's different slip angle. It's all that. It's like rally is like kind of like racing go-karts and tarmac racing in the rain, because you kind of have to have the same skill set in the rain as you do for rally driving. You set the car early, you get the car pointed, turn, and you drive through the apex of the turn,
Right.
kind of at a inside line. Where tarmac racing, you're kind of turning in nice and smooth, no wheel slip, and you're just momentum driving through the turn, exit, using the whole track. Very different, but great racing, great form. You know what I mean?
yeah, because a lot of NASCAR drivers, as kids, start off doing karting, and I always wondered why. Because
it's technique.
Have
And
you
you
learn
can
so
get the
much.
most time.
Have you been to the karting at like Coda?
oh yeah, yeah,
Dude, there's the amount of fucking kids there
I
in
know.
like racing
Yep.
shoes and shit
Yep.
like that. Like it is huge.
It's huge.
This is the new like sport for rich kids.
yeah,
Racist shoes too,
Oh yeah,
from time to time.
yeah, of course.
So you got to
racing.
No, I know, but they're all, but
oh.
also racist shoes. You got to keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. But with that, for you personally, how is it helping you going into the future? What do you see the next, let's say, 5, 10 years of your career looking like here?
A lot of rally driving, some skating still. I'm going to skate as hard as I possibly can for as long as I can, because there's no one out there right now at 50 that can compete at X Games against
I mean, you
14-year-olds.
you won 4 golds at 41 in X Games.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
That's like some Tom Brady shit.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
should inspire every dad who used to skate and listens to Drinkin' Bros to go out and skate.
Hey, I'm back in it.
Yeah,
I'm back in
And
it.
go to snakefarm.com or snakefarmco.com.
Yeah, what is it?
Snakefarmco.
Yeah,
.com.
Yeah. And get some boards.
They've got
but
great boards and
Look at
apparel
this
and all
color
kinds
of this
shit.
shirt.
Yeah,
I love this.
that's awesome.
Big Kev built that color.
Your brown friend.
I'm sorry, he
Your
built
brown
that
friends.
color?
Yeah, he sure
What
did.
the fuck does that mean?
I like
I mean,
these.
he built the color.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's a forest green.
Yeah, put those boards
It's
up
a
on.
Forrest Whitaker
What's the
green.
pop on these like, Jared?
Oh, that's great. Dude, these are PS sticks. This is some of the best boards you can
Yeah,
get.
it is the best wood.
Sweet fucking
The-
lead.
got
I
good
want the
wood.
one in the middle there with the lady with
Cowboy? That's
the cowboy.
Cody. So Cody, one of the best street skaters, in the last 10 years. He was so. I told him that you wanted to get with him and start
Yeah.
streeting, and he was
Yeah.
like, "No."
Why don't we have a
His flat
a
ground game is on point.
Why don't we have a Drinkin' Bros board on there?
We can.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Dude, all you gotta
Just-
do-
Let's sell the shit out.
Just make one.
You see old Big Kev back
Yeah,
there.
you've
Yeah.
got all our logos.
Yeah, you got our logos.
Tricky dick in it.
Let me ask you this: Olympic wise, any desire?
God, if they would make it happen soon enough. I don't like what they have going on now. I don't like it. It's too small.
Yeah.
It's just parks. It's like mini ramp skating.
Oh yeah, because it's just street, right? Street
No,
style or
they have
something.
park. They have park,
Yeah,
but
park.
it's like pump, one trick, pump, one trick, pump, one trick, and you do that for a day, and I can't walk the next day.
Okay.
You know
so
what
much
I mean?
pounding
Yeah.
on your knees kind of thing? or-
Well, it's just a lot of like generating speed.
Right.
So you land a trick, you generate speed, land a trick, generate speed. And to do that over and over and learn like the different angles of the bowls and the different obstacles, like for me running out of shit, no.
Yeah.
That's kind of
yeah.
that whole regenerating momentum in the park course is kind of the skill part of it, right? Like anybody can do isolated trick, not anybody, but good
No, I
skaters can do
disagree.
isolated tricks.
I think it's the opposite. I think the only thing that the younger guys are benefiting in the park series because they have the energy to basically pound themselves for days at a time, pumping,
and learning the
pumping,
course.
and learning the
Yeah.
course.
But
Where,
they're
like,
all super young, dude.
they are super young.
Oh yeah. Who was on your vert roster? Like, didn't the person that won was 14? on X Games this year? Or
No, I think
16?
Jimmy won. Jimmy's like 23 or something, 24.
Okay.
Wilkins.
Do you watch it? Did you watch the Olympics? Because I watched Nigel
Yeah.
Houston in
Yeah.
it, and he didn't do well. And
No.
I thought if he would have won, he could have catapulted himself.
He doesn't need the win. Have
already
you seen
huge.
his last video?
I understand that, but there's something about an Olympic gold medal, because I heard Shaun White talk about this in a documentary.
you
where
get
it
a
was
lot
just like,
more deals, books, and
right,
and speaking.
But
and,
all of that pushes the sports further and further and further. Did you think that would have been important at the end of the day, just for skating around the world in America and all that stuff?
Well, for whoever wins.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps because you become that household name, which is your goal is to become be on the Wheaties box in a sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
That's not a thing anymore, but
It should be. It's not. All that stuff is kind of going away with
Right.
the Wheaties box.
That's because kids don't eat Wheaties anymore because parents just hand them an iPad and a sugary drink.
That kids are watching, a YouTube vlog.
Let's not pretend Wheaties cereal was good for you.
No, it
Come on,
wasn't.
come on.
It wasn't
No.
good for Bruce Jenner. He lost his dick eating it. So,
that's
sorry, was it too soon?
Well, I don't know.
Too soon. It was in '76.
There's
There's
a correlation, but I'm not
I think
sure.
that came down to his wife.
maybe. But speaking of Shaun White, when he got involved in his skateboarding and X Games, started winning gold medals and all that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people said he didn't deserve it. What are your thoughts on Shaun White in regards to skateboarding?
I like Sean. I don't like the people he would surround himself with that would pump his head up. I like Sean as a person, but I feel like the whole like agent thing and like certain people he surrounded himself with,
Yeah.
kind of ruined it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, you look at the culture of skateboarding in like mid 2005, 6, 7, 8 ish, where Sheckler started bringing Target to as a sponsor to Street League, and the skaters rejected it and talked shit and started this wave of hate because you're mainstreaming this, and they didn't understand that like no, when a brand like Target comes in to back Street League, this is going to keep you alive for the next 10 years.
And
they
put
fucked
skateboarding
it up.
everywhere.
Yeah, but that's it. Sheckler quit because he got so, because they gave him so much shit.
Yeah.
Like, and they talked so much shit that he was like, all right, fuck you guys, I'm out. And it died. Like, and that set skateboarding as a whole back, like 5-10 years?
But here's another thing: was it Sheckler or was it like his agent? Because I know agents that once the deal's done, they ghost the sponsors, and so therefore you miss that middleman. Is no longer there. So like what I've learned from this is the agent, if you have an agent, let them make the deal, but lose them once you start communicating, because you need the communication with your sponsors. Because that's what's going to create longevity.
Well, I
not
meant
only
the,
for you, but
the
for
skaters and the fans rejected it, and that pushed the sponsors out because I saw that their attitude was this: skating isn't mainstream.
Yeah,
we don't want fucking.
I
Target.
do get it, but I do believe that it's who they're sponsoring as well. It's like if you're surrounding yourself around yes men and people who are kind of out of touch with the actual sport, and you're just taking from the sport, that's different. I think, what Sean came in from snowboarding.
Yeah.
He came in almost in a fashion into skateboarding where it was like he was an outsider. He was seen as an outsider. He wasn't. He was training to be good. He wasn't like part of the community. And I think that's where that kind of hurt him.
Yeah, because the other part too is I had heard, and maybe you can confirm this, that he had built his own ramps, not only for skating and snowboarding, and wouldn't let anybody else there. Is that true?
Weird. It was definitely weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was in it. He was passionate about it, but he wasn't like humble and like welcoming about it. Like, he was just out to win.
In contrast, think about how many people have met Travis Pastrana for the first time at his property.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Skating or jumping or biking on his shit.
Yep.
You know what I
Total
mean?
opposite.
Yeah.
Total opposite. We've had so many guests on this show, and it's the same story every single time with Travis. He'll just call and be like, "Hey man, I saw that thing. You want to come out and train?" And it's like you can have endless access to the pits, all the shit, and work on it, and we're here.
That's about bringing people up.
Yep.
And that's
Yeah, but also, and look at the
That's the right
difference.
thing.
He's a 30-year household name to this day. And everybody that has a story about him has a good story about him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and he's still thriving to this day, still
Yeah.
getting deals put on the table to this day. It's like these guys need to take note.
yeah.
You being too cool for everybody.
Yeah.
You put a fucking lifespan on you.
Well,
Yeah.
it felt like in this last Olympics, because I watched it with Shaun White in particular, it felt like he had softened up. Maybe he had realized, some mistakes, started doing a little bit more interviews, letting people in a little more. I don't know if that affected his performance at all because he didn't win, obviously, or
Well,
if it
it's
was
like
just his age.
I mean, he
It's
comes
his
from
age,
he comes from snow, right? That's not a.
no, he was in. It was for snowboarding.
I
for the Winter
I
Olympics,
know,
yeah.
but I'm just saying, like for all this stuff you're talking about, he comes from that, and that's more. That's kind of that's not the same group mentality that skating is.
No.
it's a whole different
But
situation.
With Sean, I think Sean just, with being in the spotlight, he's in he's doing his band, he's doing like promotional events. So he's just growing, you know what I mean, within himself.
Yeah.
So I think that took away from his riding time, where there's guys out there like in skating and snowboarding and racing that are full blown. That's all they do every day. Jimmy Wilkins, for instance, when I skate with Jimmy Wilkins, it's almost depressing for me. As much as I love to see him rip and skate, I feel like I should be there every day.
Yeah.
Doing, when he's skating, he's doing alley-oop tail grabs into alley-oop, ollie fives into this. And I'm like, that's a contest run. Like, I don't enjoy skating with you anymore.
Yeah.
He's just so good. It just kind of, so I'll go and skate with all the old guys and just like putt around and like, then I'll go skate with Jimmy when I'm like, when I'm in contest
Motivated,
mode. You know what I
motivated.
mean? But like when he's every day, dude. Have you seen his last video Instagram?
I haven't.
Look at Jimmy Wilkins at Jimmy Wilkins, and go look at his Instagram. He doesn't post a lot, so it's not follow him because he's awesome. He doesn't post a lot, but his skating is insane. Like he would have a video game right now.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the odd thing I find is when it's on, because Dan and I, we were doing a event in, I think it was Nashville, and we had drinks the night before. The bar was playing the X Games, but everybody there, was probably about 100, 120 people there. Everybody was rooting for you guys, not the young kids. Like it still doesn't feel like they've made a big enough name for themselves to surpass you guys. Like we were all amped for you guys to get up there. Like the young kids still haven't made the same dent that you guys have.
And they just don't have the younger audience
No.
much either. Like, whereas we're watching it still.
Yes.
I don't care about
I like
the
to
kids.
see myself as the people's champ still.
Yeah.
You are.
Like,
Yeah.
the
You are.
underdog too. Like people are like, oh, Bucky, he's got this one. Like, dude, I'm not 26 anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not skating every day. I'm like in cars. I'm doing events and doing stuff as well. But I can still do it. Like I can still put it down. I can still, 15 tricks. I got 15 tricks. Like I can put 15 tricks together. A little bit of a COVID weight belly going right now, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the end of the year, so who gives a shit? There's nothing.
Well,
coming up.
we're going on 7 years that all of us have known you. You came out to
Denver.
the Freedom Fest.
Yeah, dude.
as our
Eagle.
special guest in 2016.
Wasted.
Yeah.
I know. God, we tore it down that night.
Oh,
Got aggressive that night.
That was
it,
fun.
was a fucking blast.
Yeah.
But everywhere you go, you're still a household name. Like everybody knows you, loves you, whatever. I remember posting when the three of us were raging that night. We put a picture up on Instagram.
Yeah.
Every single person from college, high school, everybody else hit me up, and they were like, "God damn, dude,
It's funny. It's
still
funny,
my favorite.
'cause
He's
I'm
still my favorite."
It's fun. The funny thing for me is I'm still active on social, YouTube channel, all that. And then some people still are like, "Oh my God, I haven't heard or seen that name in ages." It's like, I'm here.
I'm here.
You're
I'm
here,
here.
but when they look at you, like you still look the same and everything's the same, and it's like, all right, rad.
Yeah.
But I think the ratings for like the X Games and all that shit were much bigger back in the day.
Yeah.
I know ESPN just sold the rights. What was it? 3-4 months ago to somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
How do you feel
Who's it
about
going to?
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
You know the whole X Games thing. Like the last one was at Elliott's, which I thought was a total like I barely skate Elliott's ramp because it's kind of big. It's kind of like, it has like all these sections and angles and corners. You have to skate it a lot to be good. And I was like, well, damn, I'm kind of the wild card here coming in. Like, I haven't skated this place. Like, there's guys that skated all the time.
It's a
I'm
different
like,
size, different
I'm
radius,
like,
everything.
This is gonna, like, I seriously struggled up until the point where I didn't, and it was I was grateful it was my run.
Yeah.
So I struggled big time. But to go back to what you're saying, X Games, I feel like started. They were doing these events where people were like tickets, waiting in line, like coming and just watching. It was made for a viewer. It was made for a live audience.
Yep.
And they screwed it up, and they started doing it in different venues to where they couldn't fit the audience, made for TV type of thing. And now it's like even like backyard event, like you would think like, oh, this is gonna be sick. No one can go.
Yeah.
And then like you got to subscribe to watch it. Like, what is that bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you've completely
I didn't even watch it.
bastardized the audience now
Yeah.
to not be able to see it.
So where does it go? Because Jared has talked to us numerous times in the past about making new skate videos. Is that the new world of just taking it back old school and dropping videos where it's just dope ass shit, cool punk music we've never heard before?
Driving
in our
parts.
life?
We're going to have driving
dude.
parts.
Is that it? Because I feel like there is no cool place for kids to go anymore, videos to watch that used to blow our minds back in the day.
I think it is. Snake Farm have a YouTube channel?
No, not yet.
So
but
that's probably going to happen.
We're
because
doing
I
the
feel like
we're
they
doing the
need
video. Like
they need the daily dose to learn like these personalities, and then it's like from there, like we're going to go on tour. You know
no
what I mean?
soft
Yeah.
snakes.
Yeah.
But that was the other part about it was you guys, no
Yes.
Semi snakes.
Semi-snakes too.
semi-snakes.
But that was the other part was all you guys had personalities to match your skating skills. Dan and I talk about this all the time with athletes. Like the young kids don't really have it. I'm not going to say who we interviewed or whatever, but some of these younger guys who have been on the show, they're super nice.
No personality.
No personality.
They haven't been on the Hawk skate park tour either. You know?
Yeah.
Remember that? That's classic shit too. Watch that one. That's some entertaining stuff. Ellis, me, Jesse Fritsch, Tony, Rooftop, Matt Hoffman.
Yeah.
Like you want to go deep, go watch that one if you get bored.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Fucking Matt Hoffman and those guys. Jesus Christ.
Dude, Rooftop?
Yeah.
It's fun as shit.
Yeah, it was a blast.
That's
a blast.
personality, right?
Yeah.
So what do you recommend then for the young kids? Is there any conversations where one of these kids, these 14, 15-year-olds, comes up to you and they'll be like, hey, dude, you're a fucking legend, one of the greatest of all time. What do I need to do to become you guys and what you accomplished?
You know what? It's out there already. It's so clusterfucked. The whole social media is so clusterfucked. It's hard to shine. But like Jared was saying, like these YouTube people are like, they're more famous, almost more famous than Tony Hawk is at this point. And all they're doing is
eating trash.
Yeah, eating garbage.
like, I don't know what the world is coming to. I don't know how. Like I'm just glad to still be surviving in it these days and being where I'm at and still kind of.
I think it'll correct itself. I think if we keep you keep doing really good things on a skateboard and behind the wheel of a car, and we keep making that stuff, I think in the next few years, like, everyone's going to wake up and go, yeah, we're over all this other stupid horse shit. Let's go back to the talent.
Dude, TikTok's crazy, dude. I can't even
I
go on
deleted
it.
it.
Yeah.
I can't even go on it. It's just so like people are spending hours doing like little skits, and it's like it's as far as like talent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty damn talented. Like, I'm not gonna deny that, but it's just like, oh, it's like, now I'm stuck watching talent while I should be doing stuff because I'm talented. That's how I feel everyone should be.
Yeah.
But this is how every industry turns at some point or another. It becomes a prop for all the other stuff that's going on around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how it is.
And if
What are
you
you gonna
jump
do?
on the band, like who's going to jump on the bandwagon and start promoting? And you have these TikTok appearance people, these personalities, and it's like, okay, like weird.
Yeah, but I feel like if there is a massive trick that shocks the internet and everything else, Jared brought Jo here, who just did that triple backflip. Yeah. And, that was I didn't know him in person. I didn't even know him by name, by the way, when he came in. But I knew the trick itself, and I was like, oh, shit, dude. I watched that fucking 50 times. And then I asked him about the explanation for it. Is there a trick out there where if somebody lands this, to go mega viral where it's like 20, 30 million views, that would
It's
kind of
weird.
change it again.
It's weird. Like you have Mitchy Brusco that did the 1080 or 12, whatever the hell he did. Like I don't even know. Yeah, he did like what's the next one? 12,
12 something.
1220?
Yeah, 1260.
whatever. He did it. He's not Tony Hawk. And then I look at I look on Instagram and I look at Jimmy Wilkins' post the other day, and he does a backside nose blunt slide over Tony Hawk's ramps, channel, gap, bridge.
Is that it right there?
Is
On
that
the,
And
Pull up
That-
his Instagram.
that first,
that
dude, his
first
last
video.
trick. His last trick. a
Okay, pull that up.
backside-
Let's see it.
Backside nose blunt slide over that channel is fucking insane. It should be on the barracks as one trick, and he just throws it in his daily clip.
How old is this kid?
I think he's like 24.
Okay. Shit, dude.
Wait,
So what you're saying is nobody
yeah,
gives a
he's
shit.
getting speed.
Alley-oop tail grab does it every day.
This looks effortless out of this
Backside
guy.
over crook. Here it comes. Lean rodeo like no one else. Here it comes. Ollie 5. Frontside kickflip board slide. No one can do that. Here it is. After this pop switch pop shove it fakie. Here it is, right coming up. Right here. This. Oh my God. Looks so easy and casual. No one else can do that.
I think people want to see the flips and all that shit because if there is an element to die, like Travis or like Tony,
Yeah.
if there is an element like that night watching Tony do that, I thought he was going to die. I was like, at one point, it looks like he was so exhausted that there is an element to die. Travis, when he did the double, element to die. Jo, when he did the triple, there's an element to die. When you do something like that, I think you look at that just as a casual fan, right?
Or maybe it's
and you're
like-
I feel like you could go out and do that tomorrow. Could you not do that trick?
It would take me a long time. I've actually tried that trick, and
So that's the thing. You
No
got to
go.
see people fail at something to understand how good it was because he makes it look so easy.
Yes.
and everybody's different. Like you could do tricks that I probably can't do. You can do something that I can't. You know what I mean? Everyone's
There's a lot of
different in their
things.
styles.
I'm
you know what I
mostly
mean?
only good at reading and murdering.
Yeah.
See,
I can't.
I suck at reading. I fall asleep, and I can't murder anyone.
You've
Why?
never murdered?
You can murder.
Is there anybody you wanted to
I've
murder?
shot a squirrel before.
Where's that squirrel at?
Dead.
Yeah. R.I.P. So you're a killer. You're a trained fucking
We
killer.
need to do a murder experience.
Yeah.
We just take somebody down to fucking cartel land. And,
Let's go downtown, find a homeless guy.
yeah.
We'll bring him back here, and then we'll let you kill him, and then we can talk about it later. Like that'd be a blast, right?
Is this a slow kill or a quick kill?
It's up
What
to
do you want? Like, what's like on your vision board of how to kill somebody?
I would much rather like pull someone out of jail that did like
Yeah, see, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's break someone
like
out of
someone
jail.
who like did something to a kid. Like,
Yeah.
Like a pedophile.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to
Definitely
break anybody
guilty.
out of jail. You can go to the National Sex Offender Registry and look up their
Just look
address
them up.
and their photo
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we could
Same.
do that.
Yeah.
We can pull
I
somebody
learned
out.
how to clear a room. I can clear the house and then find them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How do you want to do it though? By hand or by gun?
Well, my wrists are kind of weak, so I'm definitely going to go with the gun.
Just in case.
Yeah, 'cause
Just in case.
I might
it's a
have,
struggle.
I might have
Yeah.
a failure. Like I got lockup. Pull my finger. I won't do anything else.
Whoa.
You feel that? No, you just unloose.
I just pull it?
No, don't. The middle finger.
No, what, dude? I don't
No,
understand why.
look.
Why is this? But why is this weird for you?
Your hands are so soft.
I know.
Like
put
a
some
supple
lotion.
like a
No,
woman's.
but watch.
All right.
Watch. All right. So my middle finger.
Yeah.
Unlock it.
Oh
You don't have
God.
to pull that hard. Just
Jesus Christ, though.
yeah. You feel that?
Yeah. What is that?
That's skateboarding.
What about a chainsaw?
That's gruesome. Like I'm big into Criminal Minds.
It's a lot of showering. After,
but like
you know?
the whole like Dahmer thing, like cutting people up, like that's just weird. Like eating and all that.
Sure, yeah. I'm
yeah,
not.
but if you
look,
can fuck them like Dahmer, then it's like, all right,
Yeah.
you're getting something out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he had sex with some of the bodies. You know, once they were dead.
just the dudes, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just the torsos.
You just
Well-
the torsos.
Look, this has been my policy forever. You inspect the body for an appropriate hole, and if there isn't one, you make one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, look, you can
a
cut
philosophy.
anything open if you can put your penis in.
Oh
it,
yeah,
You're good to go.
You just
You're good to go.
one of those apple core things, just
Yeah, good to go.
and all of a sudden,
You're fine. Your
Yeah, it's something
penis
to
is
fuck,
in there, and then you're able to get off. When you were on the come up, was there athletes in other sports that you looked up to?
Yes. Todd Richards, snowboarder.
O.J. Simpson.
Yep, obviously.
Yeah.
Ray Caruth. But who are the guys, and did you ever get a chance to speak
Travis.
to them? Because I'm always curious as to what those conversations are like. Somebody you look up to in another sport, and you're like, all right, I'm
You
the best at
finally
what
get
I
to
do.
meet 'em,
You're the
yeah.
best at what you do. Tell me why.
Well, I mean, as I became like more like, I guess, famous, I
Prevalent.
started running into like these famous people that would be like, like Samuel L. Jackson. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like actor, like amazing actor. Like met him at a ESPN party. You know,
Yep.
Danny DeVito, X Games. Like,
Yeah.
Cool people running into people like my 30th birthday. I got sang "Happy Birthday" from Pamela Anderson,
Oh, shit, dude.
and we're doing champagne toast and everything with David Spade. And
Did she do it? Did she do it like she was singing to JFK?
Yeah. Happy birthday.
It was something like that, at least how I remember it.
Sure. Was she with Tommy Lee at that point?
Smoking? No, I can't remember. Smoking blunts with DMX. My 30th birthday.
Oh,
Damn.
shit, dude. R.I.P.
That's a life.
R.I.P., dude.
That's
How
a-
was DMX? That guy fucking parties.
Super sick, dude. Like skated, like I got him skating and did some airs over him and like hung out and smoked blunts with him. Like just me and him chilling.
No shit.
That's so cool.
That's
my wife,
fucking
I think
dope.
my wife was there as well.
Are you married right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see a ring there.
It's
Tattooed.
Ah, shit.
It's all faded. with
Never
Faded now,
comes off.
dude. Yeah, you gotta
Skating, man.
You gotta do
Skating.
it. How long you been married?
Oh God, I hate you. 26.
She's not watching this. You don't
26
have
years?
to worry.
Yeah, 26 years.
I
That's
promise.
great.
I promise you, your wife is not watching this.
Kids?
I
You got kids, Bucky?
Yes, 3.
3. Nice. Do they all skate?
None.
None. Out of choice? Was
My
that
kids
dad's
skate
choice?
though.
No, none. They're in the cars. Like they got cool cars, but not
Okay.
into skating.
Are you
I have
disappointed?
a 15-year-old. My 15-year-old's about to get something. I'm not sure what she's going to get into, but they're all horseback riders and like stuff like that. So they can kart. They were really good at karting, every one of them. Just trying to get them out to the ranch to do some rally driving. Paris is into it. Tenzin's like 15-year-old. You know what I mean? I'm like, you should want to do it. Like she had a really bad kart crash as well.
Oh, shit.
And she hasn't been back.
Have they ever sat down with you and watched some of the videos and all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff and been like,
they're-
are they aware that dad is a fucking legend?
It's fucking dad. Like they don't.
It doesn't
they don't see
matter.
any of that.
Yeah.
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 They're just like they team up on me. They roll their eyes at me. It's like that. Kind of thing. Yeah, it's typical.
The rooms aren't clean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They will when they're older, though.
What about putting the horses on skateboards?
Yeah, let's
if
do that.
If we got the horses skating.
Would it be 4 individual skateboards? I mean, or just one big one? You know what I mean?
You got me.
If you duct taped 4 skateboards to horses' legs and then shoved them
that'd be
down a ramp,
Done.
I mean, they've got extremely
Down
power.
Bob Berquist's mega ramp. I would pay to see this.
damn, dude, that would be
seems
so
like
dope.
a nitro.
Actually,
Yeah, that's a nitro.
Watch this horse big air.
somewhere Travis just heard us
great.
talking about this, and he's looking into buying horses.
Yeah. Would you ever consider doing one of those New Year's events for ESPN? Because I used to love those. They stopped doing them, but I thought they were rad.
New Year's.
Yeah.
Like an MTV thing.
So ESPN was doing it on New Year's where they were having
Stunts?
Yeah, out of like right in front of Caesars and things like that.
That's what Travis did.
Like Robbie Madison. And
Yeah.
Travis jumped the car.
Robbie, that was the one where he fucking ripped his hand open and it was badass. I would love to see that come back. And I think whoever was Jay, I believe, was on the show last time.
Yeah.
I brought that up to him and he was like, dude, this would be fucking dope.
Yeah.
I would love to see just the
Something.
Avengers of skateboarding and motocross join up to do something crazy like
yeah,
that.
we don't really need ESPN for that. We should do it ourselves.
Well, sort of, right? It's because they can pay for that type of production because you got to shut down Vegas Boulevard and all that other stuff. You want to make it a show, like an old school show. Travis did it for the History Channel when we were out there covering that.
Yeah.
Would something like that interest you in the future?
I guess it would come down to the idea. Like I liked when Travis jumped the car over the gap with the motorcycle on top, but like I'm like, okay, well,
That was Andy Bell.
Why didn't the motorcycle backflip off the roof? Like pin
yeah.
it, do the Travis Pastrana backflip, pin.
Yeah.
Do the, like
Yeah.
Dave Mira, how Dave Mira would like backflip in off the deck. Like that would be rad. Like jump the car and then all of a sudden as you're going over the gap, just pin it and do a backflip, and then
Oh God, that would be a disaster.
Yeah.
could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Since you brought up Dave Mira, were you guys tight in real
We were
life?
tight. We were tight. We kind of had a falling out like towards the end when I guess Subaru kind of like was like, well, we're keeping the driver who finishes highest in points, and I had a lot of DNFs too because my car breaks or the car broke, and I ended up beating him in points, and I ended up like getting the seat for the next year or whatever.
Right.
And so we kind of had a falling out at that point. He was kind of like over it at that. He wanted to be anyway. We would be at the race, and he would be like punching a bag and like doing laps in his cycle, like boxing training. I'm like, dude, you should be like in the car.
Yeah.
But and, you know, he was all over the place. Very talented, gifted person that could pretty much be good at anything he put his mind to.
Did you get a chance to chat with him before he passed?
No.
Okay.
You know, like I said, we weren't on the best terms just because of that situation. So we didn't have time to kind of like get past that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
He wasn't in the frame of mind for it either.
No, he was very like
CTE, man.
Yeah,
very-
and that's where I was going with this. Like, because of what happened and how shocking it was. I mean, I'm sure you've had 800 concussions out there. Do you
Yeah.
worry about CTE at all?
No, I don't. I try to not hit my head so much. You know,
Yeah,
like
he does.
take an elbow.
We all do, but then seeing you get smashed up in the go-kart there, it's kind of inevitable for what you're doing.
I had a helmet on. I was fine.
You just got to avoid second impact syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that?
It's getting concussions in rapid succession. That's what really fucks you up.
Oh, like Tua.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's no matter how he looks right now, 10 or 15 years down the line, his brain is fucked
Yes.
from that.
Yeah,
Who's that?
The
Tua
quarterback for the Dolphins.
Tagovailoa.
He got 2 knockouts within 4 days in the NFL this year, and there was a lot of talk of,
He's gonna feel that one
well, some say he is right now, so who knows?
already.
Yeah.
Well, no, he definitely is feeling it to some degree. It fucks up your vision. It fucks up your the amount of time. So usually it takes a human being about 0.4 seconds, 0.1 seconds for information to come in, 0.3 for information to go from gray matter to white matter, where you can actually process, analyze, and make decisions.
Yeah.
And for him, it's longer now. You can tell, right?
Yeah.
And down the road, it gets even worse as your brain.
So you don't want him on
continues to
your
swell.
team anymore.
Well,
I don't give a fuck about the Dolphins.
Yeah, if he was on mine,
does?
yeah, if you're asking mine, no.
Craig Dulesky
I
is the
don't.
only Dolphins fan I know.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk it. Yeah.
He's the only Dolphins fan I even know. So
Yeah,
He's-
exactly.
He's the only one in the country.
Yeah. Now's the point in the show we get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week, which is someone who's inspired you or helped you become the person you are today. Who would you like to give the Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
I'm going to give a shout out to Derek Krasauskas. It's a local boy that I grew up skating with, and he is, I don't know how many years sober he is now, but I know it's probably not the best thing to talk about, but some guys got to get sober, and he was one of them.
Oh, we don't mind it. Yeah, shit. I mean, even though we rage,
Yeah.
there is friends
Plenty
of
of
ours.
sober bros.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
There's friends of ours who we're like, hey, man,
Yeah,
probably
he's-
isn't for you.
He was in a bad spot, could have died, like definitely had a problem, went from beer to vodka, and couldn't even go to work without having a bottle, stopping on the way. You
Sure.
know? And it was bad. So family, friends, we all, we kind of addressed it, and he honestly got sober, and he's ripping still. He's older than I am.
No shit.
That's
That's fucking awesome.
So
That's awesome.
shout out to Derek DK.
And what are you guys doing with Snake Farm?
We're freaking rolling in hot to the new year. Launched in December, and things are going good. We've got a badass team, and then come this spring we start developing. We're going back to old school video style.
Which is great. Are you going to put the effects on it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no soft snakes.
So what I would recommend, there is a HBO show called Winning Time. Winning Time crushed this year. They're doing a second season of it. They use these filters to make it look like it was from the 1980s.
Yeah.
And it enhanced the show. Me personally, just out of nostalgia, I would love to see you guys apply that.
I have all that.
Do all the same
I have it all.
shits. Like,
Well,
it
the
would be
other part
dope.
is like all the compilation skateboard videos back in the day were first of all, the entire soundtrack was punk music.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. But also they would weave in the actual music videos from those punk bands.
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
That's just to promote.
Well, I
the
mean,
music.
we're doing an old school tour too.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
Think-
from San Diego to Portland. in vans.
And with
dude.
guys like JT who are like phenomenal actors, you know, we're gonna think gleaming the cube, think like grind, take all that into
grind.
consideration. All right,
Super duper.
Yeah. Why not, dude?
Or that
That'll be
episode
dope.
in Hot Rod where he goes down the hill, runs into that van, and then Danny McBride beats the Christ out of that guy with a traffic cone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That needs
We
to
should
happen.
bring Mike.
I go to
Vallely.
church every goddamn Sunday.
Let's just write him a letter. Be like, Mike, we think we want you to come along
we're
as
gonna
our
have
security.
cameos all day.
Yeah.
Comes in and beats somebody's ass.
When are you guys filming?
Probably in April.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, aren't you friends with Joey Kern?
Yes. He's one of my
Yeah, get
really
that-
close friends.
He's
Yeah,
back.
from Grind. You want him to come back for Grind?
Yeah, I want
do
him
it.
to be the team manager. Big Lou?
Yeah, Big Lou. I'll give you.
Big
I'll give you
Lou?
a
Sweet
cell.
Lou?
I'll
Is it Sweet Lou or
Sweet
Smooth Lou?
Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou?
Yeah. I'll give you a cell.
Hey,
after this,
baby.
yeah.
Hey.
Sweet Lou Singer.
You want to make out?
Yeah. You want to make out?
You want to
Yeah.
make out?
Bucky, thanks for being here, man. Just for the audience, there's people that you look up to as a kid and everything else, and you wonder what they are in real life. Like, dude, when we got to Rage for the first time a few years back, I was like, you post the pictures and everything. What's he like? Who's he? I was like, he's fucking identical. He's the
Fun
dude.
as fuck.
He's the fucking dude, and it's cool.
Yeah,
because
I
we have so
appreciate
many
it.
celebrities on this show, and I'm like, some of these people we know, we don't know, whatever. And I was like, Bucky's legit, dude. Like,
I
everything you
appreciate it.
hope, you are.
I
and
appreciate that.
seeing
Thank you.
somebody like you succeed for this long in life is great because you truly deserve it, and we appreciate you being here today. For real,
you.
absolutely.
Appreciate
For D'Anthony Holloway, Jared Cat Puke Taylor, blah, Bucky Lasek, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros France Press Edition. Good night, everyone.